To the class of 2020, who would have ever thought? What is normally a predictable journey through professional school has turned your lives upside down. But at least now you understand why you were required to spend all those hours studying biochemistry and the importance of understanding DNA sequencing and how viruses function. It is often said that every profession is identified by a defining moment in the history of the country and the lives of its people. My parents was World War II. Mine was the turmoil of the 1960s, along with the Vietnam War, and yours will undoubtedly be inextricably intertwined with the pandemic known as COVID-19. The culmination of your dental education, one of the most important experiences in your lives, should have been a time of celebration and sense of accomplishment. But fate intervened to make it one of challenge and uncertainty. Now I ask that you all please remember back to your first days of orientation, when I spoke to your class several times your first week on campus. I then described the journey you were about to embark upon, including the statement that no one ever said it was going to be easy. As you all now know, it was anything except easy. But undeterred, you dedicated yourselves to your work, persevered, collaborated with each other, and managed to succeed despite the rigors of the curriculum. As the Marines tell their recruits, you adapt, you improvise, you overcome. You have done those three things magnificently in dental school, and you will, without doubt, put what you have learned from the experiences that brought you to this point in time to facing and overcoming the trials and uncertainties our entire country is struggling to address and resolve. With the conclusion of your, albeit abbreviated, educations in the School of Dentistry, you are tasked to go forward and help make our society a better place. Some of you will go on to specialty training, some directly into practice, and others into a branch of our armed forces. Regardless, you are now all professionals in every sense of the word and have the exact same responsibilities of those who came before you. Those who were celebrated by family, friends, and colleagues in a once-in-a-lifetime ceremony, walking through graduation ceremonies and receiving doctoral hoods, a moment in time of honor and distinction that you will sadly miss. Most assuredly, your faculty's greatest joy and achievement every year is being at that ceremony, basking in the pride of the accomplishment of watching their mentorship of each one of you come to fruition. That too will be sadly missed. Every teacher's greatest joy is in seeing the success of his or her students, but their joy and your success is not lessened by having to forgo a ceremony amidst a time never anticipated, never even contemplated. We've all been made wiser by this unprecedented assault on what we've always considered to be a normal life. And we must now adapt, improvise, and overcome whatever is required to once again enrich our lives and those of our families and fellow citizens. You are now receiving the torch of leadership to help society retool and reinvent itself by what has been learned in the past extraordinary months. Never forget what the impact of all of this has done to our society. Before you act, note the words of 19th century German philosopher Friedrich Hegel. Hegel said once that the only thing we learn from history is that we learn nothing from history. So now is the time to learn from history, because it is far too important for your future to ignore. Go forward and be determined to establish an even better dental profession, a better country, and a better society. Heed the wisdom of British Prime Minister Winston Churchill in knowing that one man with a conviction will overwhelm 100 with just opinions. That opportunity is the one bright spot that comes out of this crisis, a chance to do even better and believe in yourselves. It has been my honor and privilege to have been part of your lives, and I will never forget any of you. In these moments, we are all preparing to leave WVU. I bid you bon chance and adieu. Thank you.